light shines on, the Spirit helps me guide my way. I know this ain't just me. I walk strong, but this time I won't be afraid. I know this ain't just me. No, this ain't just me.
Hello and welcome to Silver Arrow Tarot. This is Amanda. Happy fall equinox. Happy Libra season. Today we're going to be doing a topic, how to improve your money situation. But before we do that, I have to announce the final winner of the tarot deck, Oracle deck giveaway. So we're going to be pulling live right now. See who is the final winner. All right. Dun, da, da, da. All right. Champagne, you are the winner of the final deck. So if you're watching, please find my email address in the links below, and go ahead and email me with your details so that I can get that deck out to you. All right. Congratulations. All right, guys. So we are going to be doing 3 piles today. I'm going to be using the Illust Tarot and the Mystical Cats Tarot. Spirit guided me to use these decks, and I find them to be interesting choices for money situations. So I do think that the spirit animal cat is an important energy for every single pile. Cats are independent, they're playful, and I feel like that's just the perfect energy actually to manifest money with. So, oh yes, and I'm going to be using this rune, these cool runes that I bought. So we'll be actually using these to delineate the piles, and I will be using these in each of the readings. Okay, so that's how it's going to work out. Strap in. Let's see if we can get some helpful advice for y'all, and at the very least a little bit entertaining, and we'll see you in your reading. I'm going to be picking from this rune deck, or it's not a deck, it's a runes, so that y'all can pick out your pile. Okay, so let's go ahead and ask Spirit to give me a rune for pile 1. Okay, this will be pile 1. All right, Spirit, please give me a rune for pile 2. All right, pile 2. That is you. And see, pile 3. Please, Spirit, show me a rune for pile 3. Interesting. Oh, okay. I made a painting recently with that symbol, so that's cool. All right, guys. We'll get into the meanings of the runes, as well as dig deeper on your money situation with the Illust Tarot and my Mystical Cats Tarot. And Mystical Cats, very interesting decks that came out. So I love how Spirit guides me for these choices. But I will see you in your reading. Enjoy. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. So if you chose this rune, then this is going to be your message for how to improve your money situation, okay? So I kind of like this reading because it's so straightforward. I think it's going to be fun, guys. So this rune is actually, it says it's called Waves, and it says letting go, release, and trust. So that's kind of going to be like the theme of the reading, I think, is that how to improve your money situation is going to involve some letting go, some releasing of some things, and some cultivating of some trust in yourself, trust in the universe, trust in your purpose, trust in timing. All right, so let's take a look at your cards, get a little bit deeper. We have the Wheel, which is the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Wheel. We have Sky Tom, which is the Knight of Swords. Sky Tom. And he's in reverse. We have the Emperor in reverse. All right. And we have Seven of Sea. This is really funny. Comment below if you love cats as much as I do. I live with a couple. They are constantly making me laugh. So you guys, right off the bat, you got this Major Arcana card that really deals with timing, and I also feel like it really goes along with this energy of waves, because waves kind of come in and go out and come in and go out, come in and go out. And this is like the wheel. It's always turning. It's always moving, right? So it's about, your message is definitely going to be about flow and getting into the flow and allowing flow. You may resonate with this feeling of like, maybe you feel that, maybe you have fears around spending because, you know, your relationship with that flow is a little bit like stop and start, or, you know, it comes in and you spend it almost quickly as it comes in, and then it's like, what if I don't have enough? There's constant, like, maybe for some of you, you even do make a good amount of money, but it's like always feels like it's not enough anyway, because your bills and stuff always end up equaling the amount of money that you make. So Spirit's gonna be asking me to talk to you about releasing your fears around this and cultivating a better relationship with that flow, that coming and going, and trusting that more will come in, and that it's, you know, money is just an energy, and it's just you know, it's a tool meant to help bring you all the things that you need to live and things to make you happy as well, because we do have the Emperor here. So he looks very, you know, wealthy. So I do feel like this pile has like a really high potential for abundance and money, financial success. I heard the word rejoice, so I do think that Spirit wants me to offer this to you about gratitude and really making sure that you are enjoying the process of making money, or enjoying the process of spending money, and that when you spend money, you're not simultaneously activating those feelings, or at least maybe become aware of when maybe you're activating those feelings of like, oh no, if I spend money on this thing and it's like this, maybe it's a need and it's not a want, or it's a want and not a need. And it brings up some feelings around that, like, I really want this really beautiful luxury necklace or watch, or, you know, these expensive designer shoes or something, and like you know, either you don't buy them, or if you do splurge on it, there's a lot of guilt or fear or, negative emotions that come up around that. So they're asking you to take a look at that. And also, before I move on, I want to talk about the Emperor as an archetype of someone who's in control of their world, The archetype of the Emperor in positive and negative terms is someone who's in control. Now, control can be a bad thing, but it can also be a good thing, because we want to some degree, have a confidence in ourselves that we have the ability to provide for ourselves, and that we do have influence over our situation. We do have influence over our circumstances. So what people often forget is that, they get a false sense of control if they have a job and they've been in that job a long time, and, it pays a good salary and stuff, and they feel very in control. But, the truth is that things can be taken away from us at any time. So your security should not necessarily lie in this external thing, but in the knowingness that, like, if that thing were to be taken away from you for whatever reason, fairly or unfairly or whatever, that you can rest securely in knowing that you have skills within you that can't be taken away. You have knowledge, you have wisdom, you have the capacity to learn. You're creative, you're a problem solver, these things that are intrinsic to who you are, that if you should lose your job, you can find another way of making money. Either find a different job or, find different solutions to bring income. And that is true sense of, like, a mastery and control over your external world. Didn't realize that was going to come out as a message, but it's fine. It's good, right? So we have the Seven of Sea, which is the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups to me is kind of a very daydreamy card. It's also can be a card of illusions. But in this situation, I'm just feeling like God, Spirit wants me to talk about focus. So being unfocused can be a problem when we're trying to manifest more money. If our energies are scattered, if you're, if you got too many pots in the fire. So they want to bring your attention to that as well. Maybe it's time to hone in more on the things that are working and releasing some of the things that are not. All right, so we're going to continue to look at your cards. We have the Hermit, which is, in this deck, the lovely and talented Fiona Apple. We have the Empress. I forget who this lady is. Maybe you can tell me in the comments. So you have the Emperor and the Empress, which is kind of really cool. We have the Ten of Swords and the High Priestess with Tori Amos. Let me move my camera here for a minute. There we go. All right. So, what do I want to talk about first? Fiona Apple is someone, if you know her, she's really interesting because she will often have very long spans of time between output. And she is the perfect kind of example in my mind of someone who knows how to be in the flow. She really does a great job of, like, trusting her intuition. And she is a Virgo, I believe. trusting her intuition and like going into hermit mode and collecting all this information and knowledge and life experience, and then putting it into an album and then putting it out into the world. And she's known to put out quality 10 out of 10 records, like pretty much unmatched in my mind in terms of a contemporary musician. Like, a lot of people love her, and her music, though very, very, very personal, resonates with so many. And even if you don't like her music, you respect her for her artistry and her integrity. And so she's a great archetype to talk about when it comes to like making money. It's like she isn't prioritizing making money. She's staying focused on her goals and like what she wants to create, and then putting her energy into that, and then the fruits of that labor come when they come, and she trusts that's how her creative process works. The other story that I have about her is that when she was like 17 or 18, she'd made these demo tapes and to send out to like record labels, and she made 78 demo tapes. And this is back when tapes were, literally you'd make a literal tape, and hand it out. And she said, I don't want to hand out 78 tapes. And she literally gave first tape to a friend of hers, who gave it to a record executive, and that was it. Like, she just said, I'm not doing that. So my point being, I think Spirit's asking you to also do the same, which is, being focused and being deliberate and telling the universe, like, hey, this is how I want it to go. I don't want to put out so much effort to get back. I just want to send one tape, and I want the universe to do the rest of the work. Because I don't think I talked about this card sufficiently, but this card looks like this cat is really grasping, right? Really grasping for this meal, this bird. And I really think that Spirits wants you to let go of that kind of energy and that kind of like mentality when it comes to money. This kind of desperate grasping for money kind of creates this cycle or this wheel that we can get onto, where it's like I said, there's never enough of it. And if we're chasing, that means we're always behind and we can't catch up. So maybe become aware of that within yourself. If you are, be honest with yourself if that resonates with you. Some self-inquiry, a lot of self-inquiry here actually is highlighted, because we do have the Hermit and the High Priestess, which to me are two cards of really going inward and really getting centered and honest with ourselves about where we are at with our internal vibration. So the Empress is also a card of really the most abundant card, maybe, other than perhaps the Sun in the tarot. So with these two cards like this, I think, again, it's like, how can we start to embody this Empress energy instead of feeling like we are constantly trying to get to that place? How can we start to embody this Empress energy now? Man or woman, however you identify, how can you start to identify or embody the Emperor and the Empress in your own life? taking a luxurious bubble bath, however you can start to conjure up that feeling within your cells, within your body, within your frequency, that you are taken care of on the most luxurious of levels while you're on your way to, manifesting that amount in the bank or whatever. Money is going to come to people who already feel wealthy. And there's ways to feel wealthy without literally having it in the bank. So it's very much a somatic experience, in my opinion. We do have the Ten of Swords, which, again, makes a lot of sense with your rune, because it says release and let go. And to me, any tens, but 10 of Swords especially, is really about letting go of belief systems, letting go and releasing old, outworn thought patterns, belief systems, and mental energy that is not serving us, right? How are we kind of sabotaging our own best interests and believing things that maybe aren't true anymore, or maybe were never true about us? And I would like to link this also with this card, because it's like letting go of these kind of daydreams or these this unfocused energy. And then the High Priestess talks about intuition. And so it's so interesting. We have I really want to maybe clarify with a few cards to ask why exactly you're blocked with your why is your intuition blocked, and why is your abundance with like energy, your Empress energy, blocked. Let's see if we can get like a few more details here, but I would be asking myself this question if this was my reading, like, where am I blocking my intuition? Because I feel like Spirit wants you to start to get clearer on certain things about yourself, so you can focus your energy where it's most beneficial to you, where your purpose is, where your passion is, where your creativity is, what you're naturally gifted at, maybe, instead of just like chasing that bag for money's sake. Where can you focus your energy on things that come easily to you? Because we are talking about like flow, and what I was saying with Fiona Apple as well. It's like what comes easily and effortlessly to you, so you can feel abundant, you can feel like the Empress, you can feel like the Emperor, and it's like it just comes to you because it almost doesn't require so much effort to just be yourself and to do what feels joyful, right? So maybe we can ask Spirit to give me like one clarifying card on the High Priestess, if you could please, Spirit. Why is High Priestess in reverse here for pile 1? So we have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of back to what I was saying with flow. With flow and with like what feels reciprocal, because this card is about like charity, but it's also about like giving and receiving. So you also have like I just asked for more because I'm nosy. So we have 8 of Wands in reverse, and we have Ace of Wands and 8 of Wands. So what's blocking you is like access to this natural energy flow, like of your passion. So that there's something that you are not consciously aware of. It hasn't come to the surface yet, or you're maybe afraid to acknowledge it, so you shoved it down and it's like sort of puttering around in your subconscious mind, and it's an untapped dream or goal of yours, but that's what's going to bring you more abundance. Okay, why is the Empress reversed here, please? Okay, more wands. More wands. Is that 10 of wands? Yeah. Okay, so 10 of swords, 10 of wands. Wow. 10 of wands and 9 of wands. So you guys are, you guys are defensive about some kind of ending. You're guarding against it in some kind of way, and you don't want to let go. You're carrying too much, but you don't want to let go of it, because maybe you feel like that's all you can achieve, but this is blocking your Empress energy. Like maybe this is a job or situation that bring you certain amount of like wealth, but or stability or something, that it's time to like continue to grow and take the knowledge and wisdom and keep marching onward. I feel like you just have like a crap ton of untapped potential here with the Hermit. You got a crap ton of major arcana: the Hermit, the Empress, the Emperor, the High Priestess, the Wheel of Fortune. Like these are all major arcana cards. These are all like, this is a big deal. This is a big deal reading, guys. So yeah, this is to do with your destiny. This has to do with your life purpose and your destiny and your calling. It's more that this was supposed to be a money reading, but it's really about your calling and what you're meant to do on this planet. And if you're just getting a paycheck just to get a paycheck, this is not what spirit, this is not what your life is supposed to be. Trust that you're going to be held and you're going to be taken care of with this Waves rune. Trust, release, and let go. Move forward in your life. Trust your talents, your skills, your intuition is going to not let you down, okay? This is your message. Thank you so much for being here. That's all I'm going to say for now. And if you do need a more personalized reading, let me know. You can also check out my Etsy shop with all of my artwork, oracle decks, and just some really cool stuff. I've kept my shop really full this season, so go check it out. And I will see you again soon. Bye. Welcome, pile 2, to your reading. So if you did choose this rune, looks like a crescent moon. This is going to be your messages for how to improve your money situation. Like I told pile 1, I really enjoy this because it's very straightforward. And I don't have to guess about a ton of different situations. So the moon rune says femininity, intuition, and illusion. So this is going to be kind of the cornerstone of your reading. I feel like when I tapped into this, and it's very interesting. It's one of your cards as the crescent moon. So when I was tapping in, I was just saying like a really clear night sky, and I heard clear sight. So your message is going to revolve around a lot of like clearing of illusions or clearing of mental stuff, or just like there's something maybe clouding you that's inhibiting you from improving your money situation. So the focus is probably going to be around figuring out how to do that. All right. So your first card out it says Demon Cat. And it's a little bit scary looking, but I believe this is probably the devil in the traditional tarot. We have the Hermit. And this is what I was talking about. See the crescent moon there and the clear night sky with the little stars. So 2 major arcana here. We have the 9 of Cups, or the 9 of Sea in this deck. And you got to take a look. If you're just watching or just listening and looking, I encourage you to come look at the tarot, because these are really cool, really unique tarot cards. So we have this cat that looks like they're daydreaming about a bowl of shrimp and a cat toy and catnip and a little mouse and kittens and a water fountain and a bird bath, and it just kind of makes me laugh. It's really accurate. I feel like. And then you have was that upside down? I think it was upside down. Yeah. And then the Ace of Sky, which is the Ace of Swords. Okay. So not surprised to see the Ace of Swords here in reverse, because this is about something blocking your sight or your clarity. And the devil talks about something that is, illusionary, essentially. Illusionary. Fears are illusionary. Blocks, limitations, any blocks or limitations really are illusionary. This is probably the heart of the reading here, guys. Whatever's keeping you from making more money has to do with this. Whatever vices that you might have, whatever patterns or habits, because this talks devil talks about like unhealthy patterns or habits. I honestly though I don't know why, but this card is like making me smile, because I feel like this is you. I feel like this is you sitting in this tree. Like, look at that face. And you're just kind of like chilling. Your back's to the clear sky, though. I just feel like, I don't know why, but I got this like feeling that like maybe you don't like to get your hands dirty, though. For some of you, I feel like I'm not saying that you're lazy. Don't take me the wrong way. I just feel like, look at this cat, having to kill this bird. That requires some brutality almost. It's crazy to me that I'm delivering this message that way, but like, it's like you kind of have to fry some fish. You kind of have to, in order to make it in this world, there is an element of like kind of having to push through and sometimes do the hard thing and do the thing that takes discipline. And, you know, I mean, this is kind of like an extreme example, but like shovel shit, like take that first menial job or whatever, right? The hermit is kind of a energy of someone who's like a little bit like removed almost from like the daily life kind of a thing. Like, so maybe this is an energy you're very comfortable with and some place you like to sort of generally stay. And I'm no shade because like literally this is me. I love to be in my little, you know, cocoon, and I want to just sit and let things come to me, and I don't necessarily like to go out and like work too hard for it. And I think that there's a balance because I do think hard work is involved in making money to a certain degree. You know, I don't believe in pushing too hard because I've definitely been in situations of like burnout and like trying to chase a tail and chase a carrot at the end of the stick, and it's just like always receding into the future. And like I'm working super, super hard, but I'm barely making anything. So I'm not saying like I believe in hustle culture necessarily, but I do think that there is effort involved in things. So we can swing the pendulum too far to the other direction and like not want to like get our hands dirty, so to speak. Like I said, that's what this devil demon cat kind of is like invoking for me. And you have like this 9 of sea, and this is like just a very content, like, you know, fat cat kind of energy, like just relaxing, chilling, and you know, there's a lot of abundance, obviously, but cats can get like, it's a great energy of like cats being kind of spoiled and taken care of. So maybe that's what you like, that's what you dream of, and there's nothing wrong with that either. Like, you want to sit back, relax, take it easy. I'm curious as to where the rest of this reading is gonna go for you, but let's see. Okay, so we'll pull a few more cards to get a little bit more clarity and see what we can help you with here. We have the 5 of Swords. We have, let's pull this down. There we go. So we have Judgment with Kurt Cobain. So funny too. Can't make this stuff up. Ace of Wands in reverse. And 10 of Swords in reverse. Okay. So the 5 of Swords is a card of like defeat and or winning at all costs. I do feel like perhaps Spirit wants me to talk to you about like self-limiting beliefs or self-defeating like thoughts or feelings that's making you feel defeated and perhaps causing you to go into this hermit mode where you're just like, I'm just gonna chill up here because I don't feel like dealing with this like earth stuff, or just like maybe something happened, maybe you've dealt with like loss and stuff in the past and it just like feels too overwhelming. But like I said, the devil demon card is about self-limiting thoughts and feelings and habits and stuff. So you know, I feel like I heard hold on to your hat. So like maybe you just feel like things are overwhelming or things will just get too chaotic, or you have some fears around that, and it's holding you back from making moves in your career or financial life. Because what you're really looking for, or what you're really seeking right now, is like solace and comfort. And that's trumping anything else at the moment. And so you have to get honest with yourself. And maybe that's where you're at, that's where you're at right now. Judgment is reckoning, or is a rebirth, or a, kind of a come to Jesus kind of a thing, where you like, you see yourself in a new light, or you see the situation in a new light, or you're ready to move forward to the final stage of something. So that's sort of like what Spirit wants me to tell you, is to like be, until you're ready to have that moment with yourself, things may not change much. And I had to laugh too, because to me, Kurt Cobain embodies that like generation of like kind of like the slacker dude. Like, and Kurt Cobain himself, had that like, it just didn't seem like he was trying that hard, but like obviously he was. It's not like, and maybe that's you too. But he admitted himself, like he didn't consider himself like the best musician, or like the most proficient at guitar or singing or whatever, but like his passion is what people connected with. His energy is what people connected with, right? The message he was sharing in his music is what made him famous and uber wealthy, like almost overnight. So that's another message for you all, is that like things don't have to be hard, and that's a limiting belief. If you feel like you have to work super, super hard, that I would encourage you to work on releasing that belief, finding examples where that's not true, helping to dismantle that as a truth, quote unquote truth, because it's not. You can literally, things can happen overnight, success can happen. Obviously, to a certain degree, like I said before, we do have to put in some work. Like he did put in work. He just didn't really expect himself to blow up to that level, or maybe even ever wanted to blow up to that level of fame and success. But he played a lot of shows, and he wrote a lot of songs, and but I'm sure to him it may have not felt like necessarily work. He was just doing what he was passionate about, right? So people, overnight successes are never overnight, as they say, right? So the Ace of Wands brings me to this, all of this to say, brings me to the Ace of Wands, which is Spirit wants you to connect with what lights you up, brings you passion and motivation, because it's coming from a place of like pure desire and love and inspiration. So whatever that is going to bring you the most abundance and wealth. And if you just stay kind of focused on that and make decisions in alignment with that, that's what's going to bring you the most financial success, because we have the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck here. So the Ace of Swords and the Ten of Swords in reverse tells me that most of this work is literally just my mental work, is just belief system clearing, belief work, reframing, mental thought patterns. Most of what you're doing, what you need to be doing to improve your financial situation, has not that much to do with like emotional clearing. It is literally mostly in your mind, because of all the swords that have shown up here. That's Ace of Swords right here. More swords, and then the World. Can't make this stuff up. I'll just show you guys. So after the Ace of Pentacles was the Ace of Swords there, and then it was the, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. So 8 of Swords, and then the World. Yeah, 8 of Swords is the 8 of Swords is all about being trapped by your thoughts. So, like I was saying, and that's really all you guys need to do to improve your financial situation, is take the blindfold off, see clearly, because this goes right back to the rune, which said illusions, and I said clear sight. So just seeing things for what they really are, seeing yourself for who you are, seeing the situation that you're in for what it is. This is really kind of a simple message at the end of the day for you guys to just work on clearing out any clouded perceptions you might have about money, or money situation, or you, or your capacity to make money, or what it takes to make money. I mean, I could keep going. You know you better than I could, because this is obviously collective reading. All right, so that's all I have for you guys. If you do need more personalized guidance, I do have that available if you want to check that out below, as well as my oracle decks and my artwork. So go check that out on my Etsy shop, and I will see you again soon. Bye. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this rune, this is going to be your message about how to improve your money situation. Thank you so much for joining me. I just have to say that up front. I'm always so grateful for any time you choose to spend here on the channel with me. So it means so much, and I just want to say, like, I've been having a really good time doing these readings so far. So I can't wait to get into your reading and see what your cards have to say for you. We're going to be using the Cat Tarot and the Illust Tarot. So let's take a look at your cards. We have the 7 of Earth reversed, the 3 of Earth reversed, the Empress reversed. Don't worry, a lot of these cards have come out reversed today. 5 of Sky, or 5 of Swords reversed. So those are your Cat Tarot. Let's start with that. Sorry, I had to take a bit of a break, so if I'm repeating myself, I apologize. This rune is in my little cheat sheet thing here. Says romance, love, sexuality, romance. Now, for me personally, this symbol actually means joy. It also is the triquetra, and it's a symbol of like the combination of the 3. So maiden, mother, and crone. spirit, earth, it's like it's Father, Son, Holy Spirit, like it's the Trinity. But it's also like represents like the riddle of life to me. And the riddle of life is, to me anyway, the mystery that everything is really just about the joy of it, or the enjoyment of it. So joy is literally the answer to life. So that's kind of the theme that we're starting out with, the anchor point to your reading. As I tuned in to your energy and to your message, I was hearing a water element and life force energy. So your reading really is going to be centered around tapping into the element of water, the element of like your emotions, your feelings. I'm also seeing a lot of earth, though. It's very interesting. We have a lot of earth energy here with the 7 of earth, the 3 of earth, the Empress, which I see as like Taurus, Virgo kind of vibes. Taurus. It's very Venusian also. And then 5 of sky, 5 of swords. So with this sexuality, water element, life force, I'm really getting the picture that the message on how to improve your money situation is going to involve tapping into your emotions, tapping into your sacral energy, your sacred sexuality, your passion with love and romance. It doesn't necessarily have to be about like romantic partner, but just like falling in love with life, and being in love with your life and what you do for a living, or what you do to make money, or what you do with how you spend your time in general. So we have the 7 of Pentacles here in reverse. And if you go ahead and make sure that you take a look at this card, if you're just listening, just click off your other tabs here and take a look. So it shows this little cat, and they are patiently waiting outside of this rabbit hole, or this little hole in the ground, and surrounding the hole in the ground is these little mushrooms too. So this card symbolizing obviously patience, but to me, more so than that, actually enjoying the process. So this is going to be key for you in terms of making money and improving your money situation, is finding things that you enjoy the process of. You're not just doing them for the end goal of the money, but because it brings you joy. And mushrooms to me are a bit of a symbol of the inner child. So, and also kind of a playful energy to me as well. If you've ever experimented with medicinal mushrooms, one of two things really happens: is either end up giggling and laughing, uncontrollably, or you end up crying uncontrollably. So it really taps you into your vulnerable inner child. And I think that in order for you to improve your money situation, this is also called for, to tap into the things that bring you joy. Now, that being said, you can actually obviously also just tap into that aspect of yourself more often outside of your career, and not having to give up necessarily anything that you're currently doing, but just making sure that you are budgeting time in your week to indulge your inner child, because this will actually improve your vibration overall and maybe even give you the energy and the inspiration to keep going in your career and make things overall just more worth it. So patience obviously is the very literal meaning of this card, but also just enjoying the waiting, or enjoying the build up to the catch. And by catch, I mean the receiving of the money, receiving of the financial payoff. We have Three of Earth. This also looks like very much a card of maybe like waiting as well, but again, this, and I think this is exactly why Spirit asked me to use this cat deck, is because it is a playful energy, and the overall general collective message here for people is to have more play and enjoyment, and cultivate that in their lives to then bring about more abundance, more wealth. So those kittens or those cats are playing with their prey, and cats generally do this. If you have a cat or know about cats or love cats, then you will know that they love playing with their prey, and even out in the wild they will do this. It's not just a domesticated thing. So making your work feel like play is a huge message here for so many of you. We have the Empress. And the Empress, again, has shown up in so many of the readings. It's funny to me that same cards tend to come out in a message about money. So the Empress, to me, symbolizes an energy of basically embodying that inner feeling to manifest it on the outside. She's so content. She's so well taken care of. She's so in her abundant energy, in her generosity. This is effortless manifestation, because when you're in that state, obviously it's easy to become more. We have Five of Sky, and this card is a card of conflict. It can represent defeating, like a feeling of defeat. So for some of you, you might be wrestling with that feeling of defeat, and like it's not fun anymore. It's not playful anymore, and you're kind of over it, maybe. So let's get some more and see if we can get some more clarity. We have the Nine of Cups. Let me scooch us down here. Scooch us down. So Nine of Cups, we have the Star reversed. We have the Knight of Swords reversed. Oh no. So let's scoot this up. And last but not least, we have Knight of Cups. You can see, okay, good. So we can see everything. So like I said, Nine of Cups is a very satisfied energy. And this is the message that's coming through really strong here, is like a satisfaction in the process and a satisfaction in the discovery process. So I feel like Spirit wants me to talk about continuing the journey, not getting stuck, and continuing to love the learning process and the discovery process of, you becoming the greatest version of yourself. The star is Aquarian energy, but it also represents kind of shining your light and being the best version of yourself and influencing others with that. So you may still have some discovery to left. And that's not earth-shattering information. We all are going to be constantly learning about ourselves till the day we die. And those of us who embrace that kind of eternal student role will stay young at heart, maybe even stay young in physical body longer, because we are constantly curious and enjoying the process of learning and growing and changing and evolving and not staying stuck or stagnant. So this message is for you guys to continue to stay connected to that inner child curiosity throughout your life, and that will bring you more money over time. The Knight of Swords in reverse. Especially underneath the Empress, is to me a message around not rushing, not hurrying things, and staying in this very peaceful, very serene, very calm, confident energy of not chasing but embodying the Empress kind of archetype, the abundant mother archetype. Everything is provided for me. I'm taken care of. So how can you, this question's for you guys to contemplate, how can you find ways to get yourself into that state of frequency, vibration on a more regular basis? Whether that's, like I told pile 1, giving yourself a luxurious bubble bath, some self-massage, taking yourself out on a date, or it doesn't necessarily mean spending money, although it can, but just giving yourself permission to feel nurtured and nourished and taken care of, and staying as much as you can aware of when you are becoming a little bit scattered, unfocused, and ungrounded. Because like I said, there's a lot of earth energy here. So grounding is also going to be a big, important focus for you. Getting into the body. This is like nervous system stuff. Healing your nervous system so that you can feel safe and protected and taken care of, and then stay in the body and feeling the sensations in the body, feeling the water on your skin, and tasting the good food that you're eating, and not just rushing through your meals. Things like that sound very insignificant when it comes to manifesting money, but really is everything, because money is actually just safety and trust and freedom. So it doesn't have to be super complicated. These things are what are going to be manifesting your abundance in your life, is to stay connected to your feelings. Like I was saying, staying connected. This is a very romantic card as well, so not surprised that it showed up, because your rune literally said romance. So for some of you, this could talk about harmonizing your romantic relationships, harmonizing your own relationship with yourself, harmonizing and with your sexual energy, your sexuality. Maybe you've cut yourself off from physical pleasure because of some relationship drama in the past, or just, cut yourself off, even off from friendships because of drama or conflict or whatever. So this is going to actually help you bring in abundance, to reconnect with this love, like friendship love, romantic love, or just love for yourself and love for life, zest for life. I'd like to pull one final card on this Knight of Cups just to see if Spirit has anything else to say about the Knight of Cups. Yeah. Also very sexual, kind of magician, kundalini energy card here. So the magician is about manifestation, guys. So it's about creating your reality. So this is, obviously an energy you want to tap into if you're trying to make more money. Alchemizing your reality involves working with your emotional states. So that's just confirmation there to continue to work on that if you are. And if you're not, maybe spend a little bit more time with conflicting feelings, emotions that you have going on within you, and start to harmonize those and bring healing to that. Because we need others in our lives, and let's be honest, what's the good of having money if we can't share it or use it to shower on others that we love, or causes that we care about, or making the world a better place through contributions. So that is what I'm seeing for y'all. I hope you found this helpful. If you do need more personalized guidance, I do have personal readings available, as well as my oracle decks and my paintings and artwork on my Etsy shop. And I really have my Etsy shop very, very stocked up. So highly recommend go checking that out. Lots of fun things to look at. And I will see you guys hopefully soon. Bye.